Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm recapping our 1 week of eating frozen dinners to see if it's cheaper and any better for you than buying the ingredients and cooking it all for yourself. I'm just going to jump right in here with Monday night. We started with Maria Callender's Baked Ziti. The frozen price was $8.63. The ingredient price would have been $16.03, which means we saved $7.43 by buying frozen. The baked ziti had a huge amount of meatballs. I like meatballs, so I had no problem with that. The problem I did have, there was hardly any sauce. So the pasta was good, the meatballs were great. There wasn't any sauce to mix up with everything. Tuesday night was Great Value lasagna. Frozen price was $7.88. The ingredient price would have priced out at $20.88. We saved $13 by buying frozen. Here's the problem with the lasagna. I know nothing ever looks like the picture on the box, but come on. As soon as you tried to lift it up out of the tray and put it on your plate, it literally just melted away. It just puddled up on your plate. There was no form to it whatsoever. It was pretty disgusting. The sauce was very bland. And I think there was way too much sauce, and I think that's why it just kind of oozed everywhere. So, not too impressed. Wednesday night was Marie Callender's Chicken Parmesan. Frozen price was $8.63. The ingredient price was $12.24. We saved $3.61 by buying frozen. Two problems. There was hardly any sauce, and the chicken was very dry. And I'm thinking the chicken was very dry because there was hardly any sauce to soak into it. So there you go with the chicken parm. Thursday night was Stouffer's Beef Enchiladas. The frozen price was $9.84. The ingredient price would have been $15.03. We ended up saving $5.19. And I will say the Stouffer's was the most expensive frozen dinner that we paid for, which was, like I say, $9.84. Problems, the tortillas were very tough, very chewy, and it had extremely too much sauce. When we took it out of the oven, you couldn't even see the enchiladas because they were just swimming in sauce. Friday night was Great Value stuffed shells. Frozen price, $7.88. The ingredient price would have been $16.09. We saved $8.21 by buying frozen. I don't believe that the stuffed shells can be categorized as a family dinner. There was only 4 shells in it. My wife had 2, I had 2. We both had a side salad. So, it worked out. But when you say family dinner, I'm thinking 4 or more people. Anyway, there was again way too much sauce. That's all we could taste was the sauce. If we could have taken some of that sauce from the stuffed shells, brought it back to Monday for the baked ziti, I think it would have worked out pretty good that way. But unfortunately, you can't do that. So for the week, we spent $42.86 on frozen dinners. The ingredient meals would have cost us $80.27. So buying frozen, we saved ourselves $37.41. And with that $37, we could have bought easily 4 more frozen meals. So if you're on a tight budget, you could really buy 2 weeks worth of frozen dinners for $80. The best meals in order, going backwards: chicken parm, disgusting. Beef enchiladas, number 4. Stuffed shells, number 3. Lasagna was number 2. Baked ziti, definitely number 1 on my list. Again, there were no spices that I priced out for any of these meals. I figured most people are going to have some type of basic spices, salt, pepper, oregano, Italian seasoning, taco sauce, things of that nature. So no, they were not included in the price for the ingredient meals. If you're going to buy frozen meals, I would definitely recommend adding somewhere along the baking stage, putting in some oregano, putting in some Italian seasoning at least, to help better the flavor. Folks, that was our 5-night frozen dinner experiment. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please think about giving me a like, possibly subscribing to the channel. If nothing else, pass this on to somebody that could actually use the information to better their lives. So until next time, folks, you all take care, real good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you later.